少女とキスをしたのかい？まだだよな。初めての相手はジョジョではない。殺してやった。
At long last, I don't need to make a showcase video with a campfire anymore. That's all of it's right up in here. Okay, so this build is my new favorite. I've been using this a lot, and I kind of stink at the game, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the best player, so I still have my fair share of losses. Anyways, I don't really get the best Wi-Fi, so what I do to not fix it, but help support it, is I get a lot of posture. This build has 37 posture, and the reason for that is because when you're spiking, sometimes you'll see in the clips later on, you can literally just hold block and you don't have to worry about it unless it's like a guard break. So the way you get that is I use 2 9 HP rings and get 2 posture on both, so 6 HP 2 posture, 6 HP 2 posture, 7 HP 1 posture, 7 HP 1 posture, and then I get bastions for 2 posture. I roll 1 posture on whatever boots you want. More treads has more legendary pips, so I would suggest that. And then I am technically losing 1 posture from Citadel frames, and I can get 1, or I guess 2 more from Con helmet. But the main posture comes from the talent. You can get battle tendency, that's 2 posture. You can get gourmand, that's 1 posture. You can get moving fortress, that's 1 posture, and then you can also get unwavering resolve, that's 2 posture. And most importantly, Nanji's training. This gives you a whole posture, and it's a quest talent, and it's really simple. This is why I came out here. So literally what you do is you come out here, and then right here there's a sword, and you inspect the sword, and then you literally just go to Eatris, and you know the Nevaean that's like, can we play catch with the Gobletto? You go to him, and he just gives you 1 free posture, like for completely free. There's no stat requirements or anything. It's just 1 free posture on every build. So I go from 36 to 37 on this build, and then of course with everything else, I God roll Knight's Helm, God roll boots, God roll bastions, with physical on both of these. And then I also have a mantle. This brings me to 553 health, and then of course just under 50% physical, which goes to over 50% with Fist of Fortitude, and then Blightsurger. Blightsurger, dude, you need, no matter what Blightsurger build you're using, in my opinion, you need all three of the mantras. They're all so good. Which one's the PvP one? This one? Yeah, okay. So, I don't know. That's a lot of damage. How much is this one? That's also a lot of damage. That's also a lot of damage. These do a lot of damage. And then the crit, of course. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't land. But also, look at this! Look at this! 41.3 damage. And then half of that is Wither, too. For some reason, I can't land the crit. I don't know why. We also have a permanent speed boost, it looks like. Anyways, mantras. Let's go through the mantras real quick. Throw, you want this pre-shrine. You absolutely want this pre-shrine. You can't get it post, obviously. Again, all three of the Blightsurger mantras. And then, no matter what, you want one weird mantra. Like, one that doesn't really make sense. Like, I have Windforge with Multiplying Spark. What even is this mantra, bro? Like that's such a strange mantra, but because it's so weird, no one really knows how to parry it, and it's free bloodless every time. Speaking of bloodless, run bloodless on all three of your Blightsurger mantras, because there's no need for a blessed. Look at this cooldown. There's like no cooldown. So, you don't really need a bless. So always go bloodless on all three of these. The Corrida Leap I just got because I'm not a huge fan of Wind Passage, and used to be able to do something where you could like climb walls. I don't know if you still can. And then preferably Block Break. I thought Gale Punch was Block Break. I might switch it out for World Throw or something. I don't really know, but I thought it was a Block Break, but it wasn't. Anyways, Astral Wind, of course, and then Rising Wind. Those are just the ones that I chose. You can really use any, just as long as you have one like peculiar one that normally always lands for Bloodless Healing. So also I run Crouch Teleportation just because it's useful to have, you know. That's about it though. Of course, I had the stats up earlier. Feel free to check it out, and then this is just going to be some more gameplay of it. And again, you'll see that I'm not great at the game, but it has some really good sustainability and holds up really well.
I bought a property in Egypt, and what they do for you is they give you the property.
Hey yo, chill the fuck out, yo. You sitting there playing with the
What else is big fraud? What if he's lying, right? Theoretically,
No,
that's
it's
an act.
okay.
Then that's an act of fraud, and that means that fraud's wrong.
But that doesn't make sense. Yeah, he's reaching, bro. If it wasn't wrong, something else would be. Knew what it I think that's a good one. Okay.